I guess we are live now. Let me see. So this is where we ended. Uh, Sorry, I didn't get time yesterday. I was really sick. So let's see how things goes today. Let me see how my audio and all is coming. I guess we are live now. Let me see. So this is where we ended. Sorry, I didn't get time yesterday. I was really sick. So let's see how things goes today. Let me see how my audio and all is coming. All right, so everything looks good now. Let's get started. So let me give you a quick recap what we did in the last live stream. So we are creating a Supabase REST API playground where we just take in user like the Supabase project URL and their database configuration, and then we'll provide them all the like query builder from where they can build the queries and use them directly as an API endpoint if they are a Android developer or if they are anyone else. So basically people tend to not use the Supabase REST API feature, so this is why I'm creating this. So this was the basic flow that we have. So we have Supabase instance. The output we need is REST API constructor, which is basically a REST API builder, which will at the end gives them a easy and convenient way to get the API whatever they want and can start integrating that directly instead of going into the documentation and seeing what is the syntax and all. Also, I have started creating the playground as well. So initially we didn't think of it, but now when I think of it, like there should be a testing way so that user can just test the APIs right there. And this is all in local, like we do not save anything with us. This is all real, like all runtime. So basically what we have currently is we take in base URL, we take in database connection string, then we connect to the DB, then we get the DB access, then we list all the tables. So currently we have list of all the tables and we have list of all the columns. And we are actively using AI to write the common code that I guess we should not be writing. Like any LLM can help you write the basic part of code. So we left off with this. So this is the current version. So these are the tables. So this is my Supabase instance. Then this is the tables. We have currently we have images, products, and test. And then in the product we have ID, name, and description column. And in test we have this ID and created it. In images we have ID created URL, and then what is this product ID. So this is a foreign key to the products table. So this I created just today to make sure like we can work with the Supabase relationship part of things. All right. So we have a Next.js code base right now, and then this is the prompt that we were using to build the AI, like the UI interface. So this is where we left off. This is the thing which I have think of like I should cover today, which is basically relationship in a query, and then count and request headers. So from these two, this is the heavy one which we will tackle later. These two are the smaller version, like these two are the smaller features. So basically for count we just need request headers to be there, uh, which I will add a way to like in the playground so that we can just add request headers. Just click and the headers will be added, something like that. So let me start from the very initial version. Let me start the server. So the server is up and running. This is the interface that people will see when they land on the product, where they need to provide some of their keys, like the Supabase keys. We are not saving them anywhere, we are just using these. So if I go to data API, just copy this and paste it here, copy this and paste it here, and then copy this and paste it here. Now this is the database configurations. I already have this saved. Everything is same. The database password is this. So it will just validate, and after validating it will confirm, and we see a list of all the tables. So now we have three tables: images, products, test. Let's see what the images table have. So images table have all these things. By default everything is selected. Then there is filter, operator, value, order by direction like ascending, descending, and then limit and offset. So if we just hit the row endpoint, we will get all the data that is in the table. So currently we do not have any data, so we do not get anything. So let's proceed ahead. So with this, now we need to add a capability of adding the count in the response. So these are the response headers that we have. This is the request details that is going in when we hit on test the endpoint. So let's implement the count feature now. So basically Supabase uses PostgREST, and PostgREST have three things, like three ways of fetching the count. So I have a video on pagination where I have shown how we can fetch the count for bigger tables and what these three values mean, like what all the three types of values that is provided by PostgREST means for count. So what I will do is quickly move on to the pagination and count. So these are the three values that we need to pass, and this is the way in which we need to pass. Like we need to set a header with key as prefer, value as count equal to exact, or count equal to planned, or count equal to estimated. Then in response header we will get the result, so which I will show you like right now. So here what we can do is we can add another input field or a checkbox if we need count, uh, and what are the three values for count that we need. So this is our form. Then this is the main playground. I will just hide this. This is the main playground. I will hide the noise as well. This is the query builder. Like this query builder part, inside this only we are gonna add one more field, which I guess we can just copy this and can paste directly. So this will become count, and then instead of this we can just copy the checkbox that we have. All right, then what we can do is this is check, this is the on change listener. So what we can do is so we can create a, let me first see how is, all right, so this is a separate column selector component in which we have this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy, uh, I even do not need to copy anything, I can just write it directly. uh, Needs count, that needs count. Currently it is false, then we can set that to true on the listener. So needs count, and on change we will get value, which we can use to set count to this value. So this value will be of type string. This is basically check state. So what we can do is we can just directly apply this and format document. All right, so we need count or not, and then the type of function uh, that we need for count. So for this we can just copy a select. This was for filter column. I will just select this and select a function. We have this select item, which we can just copy thrice, remove the key, and then the value will be exact. And let me just go to the documentation. There is estimated, and then there is planned. All right, by default this exact should be selected, so we need this like the count fn, set the count fn. By default it is exact. We can just change the variables and it should just work fine. So we need to so let's see. So this is how it is looking. It is not looking well. So what we can do is, instead of grid 2 and all, I'm just gonna have 3, and then what we can do is we can move this, we can exchange these positions. So this is for count, and then can obviously format the document. And now what we can do is just add some styling here. I guess 4 should be fine. All right, let's beautify this later. So a small thing which we can do is can we give it block? Yes, and then this is the count. If we want, we can take it. If we do not want, we can remove it. All right, so now once this so on selection, what we need to set is the like the header. So right now if we just select this, like if user select this and add a value, do you see this URL gets built? So we have a function for building the URL, which this is the function. So now what we can do is, in the similar way we can just copy. So we do not want to add it in the query string, rather we want to add it in the headers. So we can have a new value. So basically this is used in the all right, when we click on test API endpoint, this gets built. So what we can do is, from this we are returning just the URL right now. So we can just copy this constant URL equal to this, and then we can just add the URL and headers. So now we need headers. So constant headers equal to normal object. All right, build build URL. Let's define this later. So we have this headers. So this all is fine. Now if count is true, then we can just have the hold of the count fn and just add the headers. So the header you can get from this, the key is prefer, and then this is the value count equal to exact and all. So what we can do is we can just show it like this, and then this is our count fn. Then this will give us a TS error because we have not specified how this should look like, which we will do it right now. We can make it more strict, but for now I do not want to do it. So as we change the return type, we need to destructure basically wherever we were. So this is built URL, which is does not exist. What the fuck? So this can return an empty string as well. So where is the so we need to find, all right, so this is the empty string. So we can define this at the top, and we can return the URL as empty and headers as headers. So now I guess this is just URL. Wherever this is used, we can just use dot URL and dot URL. So now the rest of the functionality should work as it was. Yeah, so it is working as it was. So just that now when we test the endpoints, we get the headers as well, and we are passing these headers. We need to just append the headers that we have from there. Alright, so let's test things out. So if I just hit test the endpoint, uh, alright, something is missing here. So this is response headers. Let me fix this type as well for now. The part of what is the type of it? Oh, we should do this later. Alright, let me just check in what is the request that is going on. So we got an error which is invalid input syntax for type timestamp with time zone SG. What the fuck? This is the payload created at is neq.sg, uh, which is not correct. So we need some way to remove this as well. I will add this later. This is also not correct because types are getting mismatched, and now everything is correct. We got the response, but we were expecting a header in the response which is for this content range, which I'm okay, we are getting it. So do you see this part? This part resembles the header, like resembles the count. So let us just hit on the products where we have some data, and now if I just hit this, alright, so something is wrong. Alright, so after changing this, we need to reset the URL as well, which we are not doing right now. So for now, what I will do is I will make this remove myself. Alright, I cannot because it is again running this thing, and then it is setting the values. So for now, I will go the hard way. Just bear with me a few more seconds. I'm gonna show you something really cool. So this is the products. Now if I just hit this API, we get the data. So do you see this content range? Now we have this. This is the range that we are getting right now from the API. This is the total count. So we have selected the count as exact. So we are getting this count, and then this is the number of items that we are getting. So let's try to limit the items. If we just limit the item, if I hit the API, now you see 0 to 9 to 5000. If we remove the count, just see the range header, we do not get the count value. All right, now I guess we have most of the part ready. So now we can just cut off the count from our list, and then request headers we are showing already. So the only thing that is left is relationship in the query, which is the most critical part of this. So basically what we want is we want to have some power to add relationship and then filter based on that relationship as well, which is kind of complex, like kind of complex piece of code, but uh, it is worth it. Critical part of this. So basically what we want is we want to have some so I guess the audio is fine, like I can hear the audio. This is super cool. So today we do not have any audio issues. So I'll just quickly grab some water. Sorry if you hear some noise. All right. So what is the problem statement? So the problem statement we have is we need to add the we need to add the relationship in the URL. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So currently we are hitting this. What I will do is I will just copy the curl request. So let's hit for the images. I will go to the network tab, just copy the curl and we'll paste it here. So before I show you, like, this is the table that we have. So in the images table we have the product ID. We have the product ID as a foreign key. This is pointing to the products table. So when we are fetching images, let me first insert some data in this. This I'll just insert now random value, and for the product I will just select anything. Also there can be multiple values for the same product, like same product can have obviously multiple images. So I will mimic that behavior as well. All right, I guess we have enough data to show you what I mean. So now if I just hit the API, do you see, like, I do not get any data out. So let me see what is going on. So when I hit the images table, I should be receiving some data, but if I'm not receiving it, there might be few causes, like there can be RLS, but we do not. All right, RLS is enabled and we do not have any fucking policy. So what I will do is just disable the RLS right now. We will build, like, I have already a product built for RLS, which I'm not sure is right now up or not. So it was something like RLS preview. So I have listed that on product, and let me find it really quick. So I have something for RLS as well. Basically, for saying like this is the product. I'm not sure this is up right now or not. Alright, this is up. So we just need to add our connection string. Let's see if this is working or not. I'm pretty sure this. Yeah, we get. Alright, we need to add the password as well. No? So let's add the password. So it's been a long since I've used this, and obviously it was not supposed to get connected. I'm getting it not found. Let me see if I'm copying something wrong. All right, I was copying everything right, but I'm not sure why it is not able to connect. Everything looks good. Oh, all right. We have added restriction on IP. No, but if we had added that, then we should not be able to connect as well. No, no, we do not have any IP restriction. But why is it why is it not able to connect? So it is saying not found, which is very weird. Yeah, I am adding everything right. The password is also correct. All right, let's see this later. This should not be the video where we are gonna explore this. Sorry for this. So we have all right. I just disabled the RLS. Now let's test the endpoint. So now we are getting some data. So it is very common use case, like we want to get the details of the product as well in the same API endpoint, basically joining the table and giving us the data instead of fetching this and then making separate query out of it. We just need to add some relationship support. So what I can do is I can just copy this call request. So do you see this? I will just remove this as well. So now the way to select the relationship is just add the name of the table and then add the brackets and then add the column name that we want. So if I just hit this and show you, so now this is the data that I got. Just format this for you. So do you see this? Now we have the data of the products as well. So basically we need to construct the query in a way in which we can add this feature as well. So if we think of in a way, like let me go to the board again. So let's say we have a table which is images, or we can either do this round way, like fetch the product along with their images. So that thing makes much more sense. So let me try to do this. So I will add the id filter, add the images. So do you see this, what the response we got? So we got the images in the same query in which we were fetching the products. So this is much more easier to understand. So we have a products table, and then we have an images table. These both are like this image is pointing to products via a product id column, like one to many relationship. Basically, one product can have multiple images, or we can say one image will belong to a product. So now if we see it in the way like we fetch for products, we should be getting the images. What we have right now is we can add some column filtering in the products, like select for the products. We want to select id, name, etc, etc. So now we want to just add, like this is the current version we have, select equal to star. We want a version where we can just append the table name, and for now let's keep it really simple. Let's select every column. So this is the name of the foreign key table, like the relationship table, and then this is the column name which we can write now, like basically hard code it. But we need a way to fetch the related tables, like this is the products table, these are the related tables to it, so that we can just fetch the data. So what we can do is we can look up in the database, find the foreign key relationship where the foreign key relationship ends with product, like basically pointing to the products table. So I'm not going to target many to many right now. I'm just going to target one to many or one to one. So the fact that we know is we need to fetch the name of the table which is in foreign key relationship with it. Previously I had a query for it. I had used OpenAI to construct a SQL query. Like this is the SQL query. If I just hit this query, what I get is we get the reference table. So do you see this images? The product ID is the column name, and the reference table is the products. Reference column is the ID. So basically, we do not care about the reference column. We care about the reference table. So images, we have product ID. The type is integer. Reference table is products. What I will do is I will just copy this complete expression, go to our API endpoint. So we had an API for validating the database from which we were fetching the table along with column names. This was the expression for it, like SQL query for that. Now I just replace this query. Let's see how this work. Alright, so now whenever we will try to connect to a database, what I will do is I will just first of all copy the curl so that we do not need to hit it again. Just go there, refresh. Adding these details are super boring, uh, but it is what it is. So I will just copy this as local. So now if we just hit this, we will get the let me show you the current data that we are getting right now. So this is the tables that we have. This is the images table, this is the products table, this is the test table. Alright, we need the foreign key relationship table as well. So for now the structure is quite linear. We need to make it little bit more rich. But to be honest, I like we can improve this data structure, but not a priority, because this will need a lot of code to be updated, which I do not want. So with this data, what we can just simply do is we can just return the like the tables and then relationships. So this will be looking like there will be an array. Then we can have tuple or we can have source kind of thing. Like this is the source table. Like in our case, it will be images, and then this is the target table, which is product. So how we can get this data? We can directly go to SQL editor. Then this will be the table name of the source table. Then this will be the table name of target table. So images is reference to the products table, and then we can just parse, like take this relationship things out, check where the target is products, uh, and can just show like images is related to products table. So there is a possibility to add relationship filters. All right, let's get the ball rolling. I guess I have the basic idea what we need to build. So now in this, nothing is really changed. I will just remove this working thing. So these are the same table name, column name, table name and column name. The new thing which we have is reference table. So first of all, we will be having a relationship kind of thing, which I will directly add to this relationship. So this relationships will be an array and basically an array of source, target. As this is not a type, what I can do is I can just remove this right now. So the relationship will be of type never, which we can define like this. So now relationship will have proper type, and this is an array. Construct relationships. Relationship. I am defining it right here. We should not define it here, but doesn't matter. So the let me first add the return type of it. This should be of the same type. Uh, this is the table result. but we are just looping in this right here. So in the same we can just check for relationship as well. Why to overcomplicate things? Relations. All right. So if the table if the table map dot get row dot table name, which is basically for this, if we have row dot referenced table, if row dot referenced table, then what we can do is we can just add it to our relationship where source will be of type this will be of type this. We can just copy this and can just paste this will be a type of table name. So I guess this should work. So let's hit the call request right again. I guess we have some extra data right now which we can just confirm. All right, so we have like the sources images, target is products. So we have the data in the shape that we wanted. The next thing would be definitely to make sense of this data. So we should be having a function. There should be a form component, which is this config form. This this is the response that we are looking for. Just give me a few minutes, I'll be back. So I'm back. Sorry for this. All right, I just saw this. When do we receive this message? Is it right now? I guess yes. I just joined the stream. Can you give me a small brief on what you are building? Yeah, sure. So let me show you this. This will give you a better idea of what I'm building. So we have the problem statement is we have a Supabase instance. We need a way to construct the REST API. So there are multiple developers or there are many developers who basically do not know or do not want to know what Supabase is, what it does in the backend. So what they want is they want an API that they can hit and get the data out of it. Most people do not know about REST APIs because the video that I have on my channel for REST APIs are all working well. So this is an established fact that the REST API is not known to people. And if anyone wants to deep dive in, this is a resource which I've shared earlier as well. This is the Postgres, which is the heart and soul basically of Supabase, the service which Supabase used to extend the REST APIs, like, and also for it, like the JS SDK that is there uses the same thing, like it calls the REST APIs in the backend. So about the product, the fact, like these are the input points that we need, basically base URL plus the DB connection string. And then once the user will provide us this, we will try to connect to its database. We get the database access, then we get the list of tables, get list of relationship, list of columns, and then just construct a URL. So let me show you the product that I have. I will just refresh it right now. So this is the initial view which the user will be seeing. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. So user will provide the project URL. Everything is in the runtime, like nothing is getting saved at my end, so there is no risk of anything. Let me just copy these things. So just copy the NN key. Basically we do not need the service role key, which I will remove later, but for now it's good, I guess. And then this is the database settings which you can get from the database section, or can just go to connect section and get the values out of it. So I will just copy my values. I'm exposing my database password because I don't care, because this is a testing product, like testing project. Then we basically validate the data from the user. Once we validate the data, we fetch the metadata from the Supabase, like from the database. This is the tables that I have: images, products, and test. So this is the data that I have: ID, URL, product ID, and in the products I have ID, name, and description. So in my product I have all these products tables listed. If user click on any of the table, I basically show the generated URL right now. If user will click on this, the API, like he can just test the API right from here. And then if you want to select specific column, he can mention what all columns the user wants, and then filter query not equal to, where ID is not equal to 2, the filter will work. And then how the user wants to order the things as, and then he will get, basically the URL will be generated. And then for the count, do you see this data? I have a dedicated video for it, to extracting the counts and for the paginations and all. Then he can use the limits, offset. So this is the output that he will get, and then he can use this output anywhere he want. Like this will work like a API endpoint basically. And if he is a mobile developer, if he is a web developer, he can just use this directly. So let me know if you got a brief of my product, brief of the project that I'm working on. So it's our second stream. I guess I am gonna finish it within half or 1 hour next. So the thing which we are currently working on is getting the relationships in the query. So this is the table that we have, products table, products, and this is the images table. In the images table we have product ID. So we want to fetch the images of a product. So for that, like basically products, images, these are connected with product ID. Foreign key is on the basis of product ID. The URL should be something like this: select equal to star, and then the name of the foreign key table. So this name I am fetching from the like this is the route that I have, basically backend route. This is the expression, like these are CTEs, and this is the query that I am hitting to get the metadata of the database, basically table name, column name, and all sort of things. So feel safe to input the keys. So the thing is, I'm not gonna like, I will just take the NN key. I will just remove the support for service key, because we do not actually need that. And about the database connection, I'm sure people will not be comfortable providing this, but this is the only way that we can get hold of the data that we want. And then the product will obviously be open source. So I guess it's up to the developer. If he want, he can. Like, this is not a like professional kind of project. This is not a SaaS product, just product for developer, nothing else. Every line of code will be open sourced. So if anyone wants to use it, they can use. If they are not comfortable, they will not use. That's it. So good point, good point. Do you have anything else, or should we proceed? All right, thanks. So let's move ahead. So we want to inject the relationship inside the query. So we were here. We are getting the data, and then we were setting the data. Where are we using the? Let me hide the noise first. This is the playground. Inside the playground, we so here we are getting the connection data, the DB tables. So what we can do is we can check for the source table, and then just add the relationship tables in that. So there is no for it. We have relationship, which is basically of type source. All right, so what we can do is we can just find out the relation of this table, constant table, and then push it. If we do not find it, this will be the default value, and then we can just search for there can be multiple as well, so I'm not sure, do we need to find, we can just do the filtering. I guess this should work. Let's see. Something break TV tables. Oh, all right. So we are just setting the I need to connect this again. This is super annoying. I'm most probably gonna remove this in this stream is well, like the service key. And then this is the word. All right, so this is the data that we have. So we have relations in the images table. The images table is related to the products table, but we need so the products table should have relations with the and then I do not want this. I am okay with the not here. Table relations can be of type. Alright, we need to refresh to get the All right, we now know that products table have some relation with images. So whenever user will click on the products table, we want to show the relation table as well. So let's see how we can do it. Let's go to query builder. This is for filters, this is for order, this is for count, and then this is for limit and offset. So in the column selector, we can pass the table dot relations. Types and all we can fix later. So while rendering, we were, should I add it in a new row, or let's add a new row only. Copy this, or we can just copy. We will need this, but not now. And we do not need this as well. This is just the table name, key could be table name, and then check boxes. Alright, this will work. This will work. We do not need disable table name. So we have this, and then why is it disabled? I'm not liking the props. I'll probably refactor this later. Selected relation. This should be boiled down to a context and all. Not a good way to do this. And then we need to keep track of the selected relation table, which is basically table name is table selected. And then we can pass the table name and the status. Table name and the status. Then new selected will be selected relationship tables. All right, where were we? So if it is checked, then we can add the name of table, else we can just delete this. If no columns are selected, we do not want this. Let's selected all, we do not want. All right, this where is all right, we need to just pass these things. We need to where is our set? Then we can just pass. All right, we do not have TypeScript. So we have this, and if we select this, let's remove this. Now on the selection of this, I want this to be added in the URL. All right, there should be a function for build API URL. The same way we were adding columns, we can add for the tables. And then in the params, if select is there, so we can add this at the very end. So if we have select, then we can obviously append. Else we need to update. You can just copy how uh, so in the select query param, we want to add at the very end the, like, let's say this is what we have right now. So there is a select, and then it will come in the else. The select query will be id. In the select query we will be having id, and let's say if there is a name as well, then the id and the name will be there. So we just need to append at the very end the, let's say, the images, something like this. So we can just hard code this with the with the name of the tables, selected relationship tables. Then we can join with I'm doing dot join. The expression is not callable. What I'm doing it all right. No worries. This was because we do not have a semicolon, and then we can just append to it and can start Set. So now this can be string or null, but this should not be, like TypeScript is not able to infer from it. What I can do is, for now, hard coding this. Alright, now I guess we should be having this. If we do not have select, then we can just add the select. If we do not have select, basically so ideally we should not need this. If we do not have select, alright, so if select is there or if it is not there, how does it matter? If it is not there, then we can obviously have select equal to star. So let's see what's the query string at the end. So all other images is getting appended, but the select is there, and then so the are we even getting this? Are we even getting this? Right. So the if the if sorry, if the value is only one, like the size is one, then we need to append it ourselves. So basically, if size is greater than one, then this should work. Else we need to append this ourselves. Uh, Sorry, something like this. This is a set. We need the this is not an array. What the fuck? So let's see what we have now. So we are having ID and images. If there are more than one, then we need to test for that. What the fuck? Where my VS Code goes? I just close this. All right. So if we just hit this now, we are having the images. This is working, but we just need to check for sorry, we just need to check this for multiple multiple selectables. All right, what we can do is we can mock, but I do not want to mock. I can what is the other thing that a product can have? Product can have variants, then product can have prices. Let's say the type of the variant and the value of the variant. So the type can be string, and this can also be a string. We need to add the product ID as well. All right, let's add product ID, foreign key to products, then ID, save, no label not allowed. All right. Let's try it once again. Next thing, I'm definitely gonna remove this service role key for sure. Now the password I have. So we got the variants table now. Just open the console right here. If we go to products, we should be having two that we have. If we select variants, if we select images, so now this is getting appended, which is not right. So if we just have one, it is all right. Let's see. So we are joining this. So let's say there are A and B, and then we just join this with the same thing that we have. Oh my god, allow pasting. First of all, I will remove this and do this. And the second thing is we need this to the very end. So what we can do is we can just have something like this. All right, to select query, and then we are just so for multiple it is fine. For single we are just having multiple commas appended, which we have hard coded it right here, and then we have this as well. Not sure if we need this, and if we even have any values in select, we can just add a comma to it, or what we can do is simply remove this. Now it should just work fine. So let's add some value. So let's add sorry let's add some value now. I guess this should work. Go to the table editor, go to the variants, add some values. So our first product have a variant of color with value blue, along with one more variant for color, which is red. Alright, the one last variant is for color, which is for the other product. Alright, so the moment of truth, let's select only images. Unexpected equal to, alright, what the heck, what? So the select seems to be fine, but unexpected equal to expecting letter digit. Select equal to star comma images, is this wrong? I don't see anything that is wrong here. Select is equal to star comma images also star. The fuck is wrong here? Fail to pass select parameter. Select is equal to star comma unexpected equal to. Oh, we have to select. We have to select. Da, da, da. Alright, we are appending and then what the fuck? So if I just remove this, so in the select query we will be having all right, but we do not get images. So if we do not have any select, then it will be equal to star, and then the select query will be this, and then select equal to, the value of select will be equal to star comma images, which is fine. The images should be coming in. Let's see. Hmm. Sorry. Let's see what the search params have. That search param is a string. So the thing which we are doing wrong is I cannot see anything that can go wrong here. If we directly hit it, we are getting the data, and we hit it with this, then we are getting images. So this value is most probably all right. I guess I got the issue. So what the the thing that is happening is, if we do not have any select, we are adding this thing to the select, and then we are appending this. Let's say the size is not greater than 1, then we are appending this to the select query, and then we are appending this in the select query. So in the params we are having everything right. We have this which is perfect, but why we are not able to get the data? Oh, my bad. We do not, what the fuck, man, we do not need this. So now we are getting the images. Sorry, now we are getting the images, we are getting the variants as well. Why we are not getting the data in the variants? Because we need to disable the RLS for now. And now if you just try the endpoint, let's get only the first result. So now we have variants as well as we have images. So the next thing which we can do is we can add the column level filtering in the relationship table. All right, so is there anyone watching me? Let me see. So there are two more people who are watching me. If you can just comment anything, it will be great. Like, I just want to see if there is like real users who is watching me, or is there like YouTube crawlers are there? Let me hear if anything. Great. Like, I just want to see if there is all the voice is quite low. Like, I just realized now. I guess everything should be fine. The voice should be fine now. Only the voice is quite low. Like, I just realized now. I guess everything. All right. So now the voice should be clear now. So let's see what we have. So now obviously we can do everything in recursion, like the base filtering is this, and then there can be the same level filtering in the relationship table as well. So which, sorry for this, which we will be doing later, not now. Like I guess I need to have some break. Alright then, I will meet you guys later. Till then, bye bye.